You know you're living in the countryside when moving tree trunks becomes a regular part of your day, and when half your time is spent making sure there's enough firewood to stay warm. Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of Whispers from the Countryside. It's been a busy couple of weeks, but if you're new here, here's my channel intro. Hi, I'm Colleen and welcome to my channel. Here I share real life stories from my animal communication work, behind the scenes updates on our stone barn conversion, insights into rural countryside life, and of course, fun moments with our cats. If that sounds like something you'd love, hit that notification bell and subscribe so you never miss any of the upcoming videos. Thanks so much for supporting my channel. John is still away for I think another just over 4 weeks. What are we today? The 24th. He's back on the 18th of March, so it's still a while. There've been lots of little tasks, a few unexpected surprises, and of course plenty of cat antics. You know what they're like. But before I launch into an update, I am trying something a little bit different this week. A little bit of storytelling, a little bit of photo, a little bit of video, a little bit of one-to-one video. So let me know what you think in the comments down below, so I know if I should continue doing it next week. Let's get into it. Daily life here is a rhythm of small moments, chores that need doing, fresh air in between, and making sure that everything runs smoothly before the next day. Living with cats means there's endless cleaning. And then of course there's the land, so much space, and it allows me to kind of step outside the chores for a second and just fully appreciate where we live and the kind of peace that it brings. The weather's warming, spring is arriving slowly, and it's interesting to see the world waking up. And tasks. We had some deer in the garden, which is fabulous. I filmed this leaning up against our kitchen patio door, and we watched these 3 deer. Yes, there are 3. There's only 2 in this particular shot, but there were 3 in total, just frolicking around and having a whale of a time. And literally, this must be, I don't know, 20 meters from our front door. It's just wonderful watching them. Look how alert they are. Do you think he knows I'm there? It was wonderful. Half and half was on the car roof watching them, so he was literally only a few meters away, but I could see him. He was absolutely transfixed, as was I. It's beautiful. I like this next part. Doing, doing, doing. I'm always amazed that we have such wildlife in the garden.
There's 2
rewarding moments like this. That's why I love living here. And even the tiniest of details, like this perfect spider's web, feels like little bits of magic. We've got a lake just around the corner from us, and every now and again I nip up there and just stand and take in the view. It was a lovely day despite the clouds. The colours were still very, very pretty. I had company, of course. And then coming back, saw that the
that chimney is gonna
cottage roof looks like it's gonna collapse anytime soon. Anyway, that's a job for another day, not for today. So even just walking around, there's always something to notice, something changing, but also something always needing attention. Never mind, it's still a lovely spot to be in. Because of the weather, every day requires a little trip to the newly finished woodshed, which John finished towards the back end of last year. converted this outbuilding to store all our wood and kindling. So I have to nip out there every day, fill the basket with some kindling, which Don had cut and prepared already. Normally I have cat help. I think I did have cat help. I think Nala helped me with this particular task. You'll see her in a second. There's the lovely wood stash. There she is. There she is, supervising. So I grab a couple of wood logs and I pop back to the house, helped by Jabari and Blue. And then there's the long process of lighting the wood burner. I did a longer video of this, which is up on YouTube, because it is a long process, but it's our only form of heating at the moment. So I tend to light the fire around midday. This is warming the flue. We don't have an insulated flue, so if the flue is not warm enough, it doesn't actually draw the hot air up, and we'll have blowback. So I pop the heat gun up the flue for about a minute or so, and it just warms the flue through enough, and then we can light the fire and everything is hunky-dory. Well, sometimes we still do sometimes have blowbacks, but thankfully that's not too often. I tend to leave this going until about 8 o'clock, and then I put a big log on before I go to bed, so everything is fine. So as you all know, I did have to fly to the UK unexpectedly to attend my sister's husband's funeral, but had to cut that short to fly back to France because my husband's father passed away, so he had to fly out to the UK. So life has a way of kind of rejuggling stuff when you least expect it. So all the animal communication sessions that I had booked had to be juggled for time-wise and for emotion-wise. So I spent much of last week trying to catch up with those readings, and I will continue to do so this week. I'm almost up to date, but my clients, as usual, have been super patient. I spoke to a cat which was diagnosed with a terminal illness. He had a beautiful message for his guardian. I'll put the link somewhere up here. How about up there? To a YouTube video which I did explaining a little bit more about that. I spoke to two lovely black cats in the same household. The lady loves black cats. I think I've spoken to 4 now in her house. I think 4. Beautiful animals, and it's always wonderful reading for animals in a multi-animal household, because it's always interesting to see what they think of each other and how they treat each other because of that. So that was quite fun. I also spoke to a dog to prepare her for the fact that her and her guardian will be going to live in warmer climates for part of the year. So that was very exciting. And the lady sent me pictures of the property where they will be, the garden, and so that I could communicate to the dog the new type of lifestyle that she'll be having, but also ensure that she knew everything of hers would be in place and she would still be comfortable and just in a different, warmer place. So that was a bit exciting. A bit of sad news, which I will mention because it was a huge part of my week last week. As I mentioned, my sister's husband passed away. But sadly, her dog was run over last week. And that was just really heartbreaking because I'd just been there the previous week, and I'd walked her and I'd bathed her because my sister was coming home from somewhere and I didn't want her to be all wet and muddy when my sister came home. And I just feel that life can be really, really unfair sometimes. And my heart breaks for my sister because, well, obviously, yeah. So that's it for this episode. I know I did say that they would be weekly episodes, but I don't know why on earth I thought I could do weekly videos and weekly newsletters on top of everything else. So I'm ever so sorry, but these will probably be twice a month. I hope that's okay. Well, it better be because I can't fit it in otherwise. It's been an interesting week and a half. Some peaceful moments, some unexpected challenges, and lots of wood-related tasks, as always. But most importantly, it's still a beautiful place to live, and I still wake up really super grateful for the location and the things and people in my life. So I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time for the next episode. If you are a newsletter subscriber, the newsletter should have been sent by the time this video is posted. And if you haven't subscribed to the newsletter, which includes some extra interesting bits about my animal communication sessions, you can subscribe in the link below. You all take care, and I will see you in 2 weeks' time. Bye-bye.